But when we get to any reasonable model that has 4, 5, 6, or even hundreds of parameters, it's going to be impossible because we're going to just run out of memory. What if we want to do something like a linear regression? Well, in here, we actually need to model many parameters. Well, this is extremely hard to do with a grid search. In a grid search, all it would do is actually calculate all of these different parameters and expand them into a multi-dimensional space. With 3 parameters, I could do that. But when we get to any reasonable model that has 4, 5, 6, or even hundreds of parameters, it's going to be impossible because we're going to just run out of memory. Instead, we can use a much smarter algorithm, such as provided by PyMC4, which intelligently samples our posterior distribution in order to draw likelihoods about each of our observed hypotheses or scenarios. And here, I've plotted the marginal distributions, and all marginal posteriors are is just saying, out of all of my hypotheses for my intercept, this was the most likely, where my intercept was 1. Out of all my possible values for my slope, this was my most likely one, where my slope was about 2.5. And finally, out of all my possible hypotheses or scenarios for my error, well, we seem to get a value of hovering around 4.5. That's the great thing about Bayesian statistics, is we're not talking in absolute truths. We're talking about probabilities and likelihood.